Hey everybody, it's Lori, and today we're going to go over a very short demo on one of the new inserts that I'll be listing up on my website. As you might remember, this is the February DIY kit that I have listed on my website. It is the Shiplap Frame with the removable inserts. Trying to get it in the video for you. There you go. It also comes with the little stand that you see holding this up. And I've been busy working on some new inserts for you guys. Here is a really cute one. I'm going to put that in there for you so you can see. Really liked how these turned out. So today what we're going to do is we're going to work on a new one, and I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to do another short little demo. So I'm going to put this back in here. Okay, we're going to set that aside. And today we're going to work on this insert right here. It is home. It's got some leaves on here, and so we're going to get right at it. The inserts, when you get them, are going to come in two separate pieces. So you have a back and you have a top part that you'll end up gluing those two together, and then you can fit that right into the frame. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do the baby wipe method again by applying my favorite off-white color to the background. So I'm going to put a little bit in here. I'm going to take the baby wipe. It'll come to you in a plastic bag, and it should still be plenty moist enough in order to make this work. I usually just kind of fold it up like this, dab it into my paint a little bit, okay, and then I go through and start wiping it on the wood. It's best too, guys, if you sort of just work from your middle out. That way you kind of keep your edges clean. Just kind of rotate, work from the middle out. And it is literally that fast. No big deal. Now, let that dry, and if you decide you want to put another coat on there, that's absolutely fine. You can also choose to paint your backs. These are going to be sitting into your frame, so it's not necessary, but if you want to finish the back, go ahead. I make sure there's plenty of paint in there so you have more than enough to do that. So now we're going to work on the top layer. And one of the things that I really love about this particular technique, it's super fast. You don't need any brushes. Everything that you need to paint these guys will come in your kit, okay? So I use makeup sponges, these little wedges. You'll have enough in your kit though to do this project. I'm going to be using apple barrel palm leaf for my green. I'm going to do the greens first, and then I'm going to do the black. That way, if you happen to go into the rim here on your greens, the black's going to cover it up anyway, so it's not a big deal. It literally takes just a little more than a drop. I'm going to dab my sponge, okay? Dab, 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 dab. Make sure that you get the paint covered on the sponge. I'm going to get a little bit more. Dab it around. You can see there's not a lot of paint on there, and that's what you want, okay? And then you're just going to start going through and covering those leaf areas. Okay, there's one side. And let's do the other. Try to keep it in the frame for you here so you can see. Again, you want to dab it around. You don't want a big gob of paint on your sponge. Now, one of the things that I do too, guys, because I like to try to save things. When these dry, I take a pair of scissors and I cut that off, and then I've got more sponge to use. So just a little tip. If you don't saturate it too much or have paint all over it, you can cut that down after it dries and reuse the rest of this sponge for another painting project. All right, I think we're done. Just going over a couple of these tips. And I'm gonna go right into this in a little bit, make sure I got the edge of that. As you can see, I got some on my rim, and that's okay because we're going to go over all of that with black, so it's not a big deal. Okay. Apple barrel flat black. Okay. What I've got here is a FIFO bottle, and restaurants use these for condiments. And what I do is I go to Walmart and I buy 2 8-ounce bottles and I fill this up, and this will last me for quite a while. But they're really handy. I just squirt a little bit on the plate and I'm ready to go. So again, I won't show you the mess I made because I squirted a little too much out there, but that's okay. You see there's not a big gob of paint on there. I'm going to start working down here. If you notice that you're tapping around on here and it dries and you still have some wood showing through, just go through and do a second coat once it's dry, guys. And because you're not using a lot of paint, this is probably going to dry really quick. So you're not sitting around really waiting. By the time you get this done, you're going to be able to go back over it if you need to. You know what this reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of stenciling, really. That constant dabbing motion that you make when you're stenciling and trying to... I know some people dab, some people do more of a circular. I was a dabber. Now, if you have brushes and you're really fussy, you can go back in there and touch up near your green spots. I think once you do this enough though, you sort of gain a little more confidence and a little more control, and you're kind of able to get around those areas. What I do is I load a little more paint right on the edge, and then I come right down and just sort of press, and that gives me a nice clean edge right there, so I don't really have to go back with the brush. I'm just kind of noticing little areas. I might have not dabbed enough paint. Move that out of the way. do want to mention, guys, that if you decide to subscribe, I'll provide a link here with the video. You'll receive a new design every month. And if you choose to purchase the shiplap sign with the frame, it comes with an insert, but with each paid month after that, I'll include another free one for you. So you'll always have something different to paint and to put into your frame. Okay, as you can see, I got a little black on the tip of that leaf, so I'm just going to go back in with the green and fix that. I'm not really all that upset about that because it kind of gives it a little bit of a shaded look there. So that turned out just fine. And there you go, guys. It's that simple. Now I'm going to take your back that we worked on. In your kits, you'll get some, it's just brown paper, but it works really great to smooth out your surface for you, okay? So I can feel it's raised a little bit from the paint. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna hold that down and just wipe it back and forth. Just a little bit of pressure. And now it's nice and smooth. There you go. You also get some little vials of super glue in your kit, and that's going to help you to super glue your back down. It does not take much, guys. You got to be really careful when you're using the super glue too. we don't want anyone gluing their fingers together. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's little places I've put glue. I have not covered the entire area. It's not necessary. If any of you have used super glue at home, you know that it's pretty strong glue. We're gonna go through and line that up so that the edges are flush with each other. Nothing too fancy on how to do that. But you do want to be careful and make sure that you get that where you want it before you press down on it too much. Okay, so I'm going to be happy with that. The one thing I want to do tell you guys too is that, you know, these are all cut out by laser, and although they are pretty precise, you may find that they don't always perfectly line up. Okay, but there you go. It's that easy. Okay, let me grab my sign back so you can see it in the sign. If you have anything else you would like to see me to do a tutorial for, let me know. And there you go. Look how cute that is. Your signs will come with these leaves. There is, let me take this out of here for a minute. There's a little key up here that you will paint and glue to the top of your sign. There are the leaves here, and then you just tie a bow on here. You can change that bow out. So when you're decorating, if you want to put, for example, this really cute Valentine's Day one in there. Or if you just want to have that one in there, you can always replace your bow with a red one. We also have this one here. This one's really pretty. Mother's Day is going to be coming up. Best mom ever. Explore. Relax, my favorite season, summer. And we did one for Easter as well. Okay. All right, guys. Well, listen, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. If you enjoyed and learned something, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe to my video. And I will see you very soon. Have a great day, guys.